Have you ever thought about what would happen if you were to fuse Pokemon and Little Alchemy together? Well, the answer would be Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Pokemon Infinite Fusion is a fan-made Pokemon game with thousands of different Pokemon to catch and fuse. This is my run-through of Pokemon Infinite Fusion where I streamed on Twitch. We start off our journey with naming our character. Of course, we name him Timothy. We then skip the tutorial and go straight to giving our rival a name. We name him A plus B equals -C. We then get the amazing opportunity to choose Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle as our starter Pokemon. Of course, we go straight for the best option and we choose Charmander. We then give Charmander a nickname. After a few spelling mistakes, his name is now Timmy the Third. As our rival son chooses Pokemon, he mocks us for choosing Charmander, and he takes both Pokemon that are on the table. He then goes on to say that he has seen some fusion device on his TV and he wants to use it. So he fuses both Pokemon, being Bulbasaur and Squirtle, and then we get into a fight. Our rival sends out his Squirtosaur, and we send out Timmy the Third. I'd just like to make sure everyone realizes this, but Squirtosaur doesn't have a tail. After the battle, Timmy the Third now levels up to level 6. After we beat our rival humiliatingly, he decides he wants some more gym badges. We get into our first battle with a Rat-a-tat, however you say that name, and we send out Timmy the Third, where he gets brutally killed by this rat. Me now realizing that normal mode is a lot harder than I thought it would be, I'm sent back all the way to home, where I have to then make it all the way back to where I was, which is only a few meters away. We then get into another battle, and this time it's another Rat-a-tat. So hopefully this time this Rat-a-tat will be a lot easier to kill. After killing the rat, Timmy the Third levels up, and now we're level 7. I'm now starting to think this game's easy again, and then we get into a fight against a level 4 bird thing. Can't read the name because it's behind the VR attack thing that I put there. We're on a kill streak now, but it's about now I realise that I forgot we're not playing a normal Pokemon game, and they confuse in the wild. After making through, at hopefully the last battle I have to go through until the next area, I go to the mart so I can pick up Professor Oak's package the owner of the store is so nice. They give me what we found out at the start to be a splicer. So now, when we find two Pokemon, we can now put them together and make some form of abomination. We make it back to Professor Oak's, give him the package. Professor Oak then tells us how the fusion thing works, hands us some Pokeballs, tells us to go catch some Pokemon. I think it's a good idea, go catch one of the guys that killed us at the start, and make them be our slave for the rest of eternity. I throw a Pokeball at this thing's head, I catch it, and then it's now mine for the rest of eternity. I go ahead, give it a nickname. This thing's nickname gets to be called Rat Thing. I then go on to find a Pidgey, throw a Pokeball at it, and catch this one too. We name this one Bird Dude, and then we carry on our journey. We head to the Poke Center, health center thing, then heal up our Pokemon, then we get ready to fuse them. I'll let my viewers decide which ones to fuse, and they chose the Bird Dude and the Rat Thing. They end up fusing and then making this thing. Don't know whether I can post it on here or not, but oh well. After a wee bit of grinding, getting levels, I find a Weedle. So I fuse that with my Charmander, and it becomes this. Looks like a rhino and a bald guy. I then give both them nicknames, which you're about to see here. I then decide to go fight the gym leader because I think my crew is strong enough to. After fighting some random ass gym trainer who stopped me in my tracks, Clown decides it's a good time to evolve. Into a Kakamander, which I think is so much cooler than the bold rhino dude that we had earlier. Now with a new team, I decided to go try to defeat Brock, which I think, at the time, this is going to be the greatest idea ever. I'm going to win super easily. I now realise that Brock is going to be a much harder battle than I anticipated. We heal up, and then it's time for an extra 1.5 hours of straight grinding. This part of the video is going to be sped up very fast so you can see how long this really took me. After hours of grinding, I think it's time to come back and defeat Brock, who at the very start of this video annihilated me. I picked my two strongest people, Clown and Ned, take them into battle, and the rest is history. I had done it. I'd defeated the guy who at the start of this episode absolutely annihilated me. I leave the gym, happy with myself, and that is the end of this episode.